Today's guest chef is Timothy Neal from Panza's Restaurant and Catering on beautiful Saratoga Lake. He started his career at an early age at Panza's and attended Adirondack Community College as well as Schenectady County Community College and got his degree in computer science. While attending college, he worked for several local restaurants: Public House, Rusty Nail, Bentley's Tavern. Father of two, Freesia and Ezra. He joined Panza's 4 years ago, has been involved with the Saratoga Chefs for Haiti, and was a 2009 ACF Sous Chef of the Year from the Albany chapter. He recently joined the Glens Falls chapter, worked with Chef AJ and Jose for an induction dinner at Panza's for the Chaîne de Rôtisseurs for dinner as well. He's working towards his CEC Certified Executive Chef. Please welcome Chef Neal. Welcome, Chef Neal.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Your U.S. Food Service Challenge has to do with some of the best and difficult, creative-wise, of the culinary field, and that is creating a single course from two courses, the appetizer or the entree combined with a salad. What I affectionately know as salad-tizer or an entree salad. I've got some very interesting ingredients for you today. Let me show you. Chef, your secret ingredient? Duck trap. Smoked salmon. I've got a wild sockeye roasted with apple brown sugar with a pepper garlic and an Asian sesame. You have 30 minutes to complete your challenge. Your time starts now. So Chef's gathering the first bits of his ingredients. Got the sweet potatoes, the yellow peppers, and the Spanish onions. He's gathering those as well as a package of apples. Key to the technique now is to try to get those appetizers or saladizers and entree salads done in the 30 minutes he's got. So he's grabbed the three proteins. He's got a beef flat iron. He's also got a 6-ounce porterhouse lamb and a premium pork chop bone-in. He's got them on a tray. Looks like he's going to start seasoning up with what I think is the Alamo Zestful seasoning, which has a bunch of different herbs and spices in it. Just using straight up sea salt as well as extra coarse ground black peppercorn. Okay, and all three went into the cooler.
Love all the fresh ingredients. Those sliced apples, they were fun. Everything was so beautiful and fresh.
So sweet potatoes are becoming extremely popular in many cuisines, especially the nutritional side, that they have such high nutritional value. Chef, I just want to let you know that 3 minutes have gone by. So next he's got a sweet potato that he's taking the time to peel. Now it looks like he's going to cut it into rondelles. Again, this is a mainstay on any fall menu, but it's also very, very relevant for menus year-round now. Little Cajun seasoning going on. He's also put some brown sugar in there. As I suspect, it's going right on the grill, which is actually going to add a whole new dimension to that tuber. It's going to have a really nice mouthfeel. It's going to come out crispy and very tasty at the same time. Chef, 6 minutes have gone by. So now he's got the yellow peppers. Now he's just doing a nice lengthwise julienne. Got those beautiful porcini mushrooms as well as those oyster mushrooms. Next he's got both the porcini and the oysters in a pan. Just added those peeled apple slices into the onions. Got a nice grill mark on those potatoes, and we're using the Cajun seasonings and that brown sugar. Now he's added that extra pop of flavor. So he's using something, it's an hot spiced cider. Get all the pop of an apple cider without the liquid. So now he's taking those rondelles of the sweet potato off the grill. Gonna pop those in the oven for just a sec. So he's got the wild mushrooms working, just seasoned with a little sea salt and black pepper. He's got the apples and onions working. So he's doing a nice mince of onion, a little more extra virgin olive oil in the pan. Oh, he's using the very cool item called Upsides. It's from Simplot. These guys do a whole array of different side dishes. The one that he selected was a wild mushroom and red grain. Cool, he's grabbing the duck trap smoked salmon. 3 different flavors. He's got a roast garlic, he's got an apple brown sugar. He's also got an Asian sesame. I think what he's gonna do is he maybe even be doing a duet protein on those salads. What he's doing is just removing that skin.
The secret ingredient, that was a kicker. Very nice product to work with.
Awesome.
I was surprised.
So it looks like he's gonna warm that salmon up. Again, another hot pan, he's just added the minced onions. The apples and onions are working still. Here comes that red grain and wild mushroom.
And as soon as I saw that there is risotto, I have lamb there, I need to go Mediterranean with this dish.
So he's got some fresh chicken stock there. He's just adding to that rice with the onions, kind of bringing them together. And he's got the other salmon he placed right on the grill. And again, salmon goes into that pan, skin side down. Chef's coming back around. So he's got that salmon warming up in the pan. The other salmon's on the grill. So he gently flipped that salmon and just going to drive some heat into it from the top side. He's taking some of that baby spinach and he's introduced it into a hot pan. He's got a nice wedge of Parmesan cheese. Oh cool, he's making a type of risotto with that wild grain. So it's chicken stock, Parmesan cheese, onions, extra virgin olive oil, and the Upsides, Simplot Upsides. Just sweating that spinach real quick, a little salt and pepper. Again, that's perfect summertime dish. Looking good, Chef. Chef, we're at the halfway point. Now he's grabbing a handful of herbs. He's got cilantro, baby micro basil. Looks like he grabbed some cilantro and possibly some mint. So he's got all the salmons warm. The last one just came out of the oven. So he's got another pan on the stove, a little extra virgin olive oil. I'd like to see what he's up to with regards to the proteins. That's the beefs, the pork, and the lamb. Speaking of which, lamb is on the grill, as will the pork. So he just took an ancho chili seasoning, dumped that into the honey, right into the pan. Oh, he just introduced the flat iron right into that hot pan. Now he's got romaine hearts. So he's coarse chopping that. A little cilantro. That's going to go into a mixing bowl. He's got that chunk of Maytag blue cheese. He's putting a crumble of the blue cheese in with that romaine and cilantro. So just flip that flat iron. Caramelizing that honey with the ancho chili seasonings. She's turning the pork and the lamb to get some nice score marks on it. Oh, this is a great item. He's pulled out the avocado dressing. It's an avocado ranch. That's your baby arugula and some fresh mint, as well as a little spring mix. So was that the mint with the micro basil?
This was some mint with the baby arugula.
So you're gonna have a aromatic, almost a perfume flavor coming from the basil. Then he's adding a little white truffle oil. Spring mix is next. He's got his julienne peppers. Nice. So he's gonna get the nice yellow flavor right in with the rest of that spring mix. It's gonna be a very seasonal salad. Now he's got a toasted sesame and ginger dressing. A little bit of that onto the spring mix, just mixing that right in. Well, you know, coating that lettuce really, really well. So he's got a romaine salad. He's got the basil and micro arugula salad. He's got a small seasonal salad with a spring mix. Looks like that takes care of all the different proteins. So far, so good. So there's his microgreens, little side plate. that honey glaze that he had the ancho chili sauce or chili seasonings, he just napped that over the steak. So it's kind of sitting there resting and that honey is kind of melting right into it. He's made a kind of a risotto that he's adding on top of the wilted spinach. What a nice dish. So he took the duck trap salmon and he's adding that to the dish with the lamb porterhouse. Chef, we're down to our last 3 minutes. That's a nice dish. That's gorgeous. Thank you. So he's got a cilantro romaine with the avocado ranch dressing and that Maytag blue. It's going to be like a killer Caesar. So that's the apple brown sugar salmon that went on there. He's got the sweet potato rondelles he made, just warming those up in the oven real quick. And he's got that beautiful onion and apple sliced side dish. That's the bone-in pork loin. And of course those sweet potato rondelles tucked on the side. He's got a lot going on with this plate too. Very nice. Thank you. Looks beautiful. So next chef's working on the flat iron steak. That's the one that he took the ancho chili seasoning and honey, put those together in a pan, let those work together. Then he poured it right over that steak as it's sitting there resting on the cutting board. He's got the baby greens over the yellow peppers. That was the toasted sesame ginger dressing on there. Now he's going to take his knife and cut that flat iron. Chef's looking for that grain. Oh, that's eaten right there. So he's used all 3 of those salmons in each of the dishes, crumbling it like you would a crouton. That's one good looking dish. Chef, we're down to our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Awesome. Thank you. Chef, awesome job.
Thank you.
When I watched you put these together, the challenge being saladizers, entree salads, it's obvious that you're comfortable with the subject matter.
Yes.
It shows in the presentation, and I love the combination of the smoky, the savory, and the textures of the different items here. The big question is, how does it taste? Love the idea of a risotto, wilted spinach, lamb, and of course this smoked salmon with this lamb porterhouse. Cooked perfect, I might add. A little bit of that wilted spinach on there. This is going to be like taking a trip to Tuscany.
The salad is basically just a microgreen salad with a mixture of mint, arugula, and baby basil, which should all add to the lamb. And I put it together with a white truffle oil, which should pair well with the risotto.
This is outstanding. You've got a nice light minty flavor, which is pairing up beautifully with the lamb. And again, you got a little bite, a little punch coming through with the other microgreens, and then all these other very rich components. This is just a very well-balanced dish. Watching you put the pork together, I love the idea of the avocado ranch as part of your components, the apple, the onions. Again, very clever application of what would normally be served as a cold dish, and that is the smoked salmon. Now you've got it as part of your center of the plate. The gorgonzola comes through beautifully with the flavor of that apple.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, it's a must to try all the flavors in your mouth at one time. That's got a kick. I've got to tell you, that's got a bite to it. This is a delicious dish. Then of course the flat iron. Now, you were concerned about the doneness. You're a man after my own heart when I can see something that's cooked this well. I can't wait to taste it with that honey and ancho chili seasonings that you used. Now you have that Asian dressing on the greens, as well as that little touch of microgreens on the top. This is going to be a killer taste. I can tell already just by the types of components.
It's beautiful chanterelle.
Oh my God, you're right. The creminis.
Creminis and spices.
Wow. There's so much going on here with those fresh imported mushrooms. I mean, look at that.
They're really nice to work with.
Outstanding job.
Thank you.
Well done, Chef Neil.